Well, in 15 years of trucking, there's not a lot of places in the USA that I have not been to, but I can honestly say, never been here. The furthest south I've ever been in Louisiana, Port Fourchon, Louisiana, if I'm saying that correctly. It's interesting. We picked up at a shipping yard. It's a fun trip. Come on along on this episode of
the Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live, fuzzy, and oh-so-sweet studio audience. Yep, you know her, you love her. Joe can't live without her. It's Maple, the world-famous pancake dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, so, yeah, Friday I delivered, that would have been, a couple days ago, the 7th, down in Theodore, Alabama. And we finally delivered that load I had picked up in Shawnee, Oklahoma on Tuesday, but then I got down to Grant, Oklahoma, and I had to go back to Shawnee for Wednesday because they loaded the wrong product. Yeah, so that pushed me a day behind. I lost a $3,350 load. Scroll down a couple of videos, you'll find that one. So yeah, finally got this one offloaded on Friday afternoon, and kept looking for loads. Wasn't finding anything that paid anything at all. I talked to one broker. What was it? 800. Well, it was like an 860-mile load or something going down to San Antonio. They're like, well, we're at 800 on this. I'm like, yeah, no. I'm going back and forth on email, and they said, well, what's your price? I'm like, my lowest would be $1,150. And that's still, you know, frightening. Well, we can go up to $850. No. I kept going back and forth. No, how many times do I have to say no? I'm not running that cheap. And that's what I put in the... I finally just said, I am not running that cheap. Stop emailing me back. Well, didn't find anything Friday night. Then finally, I was at it all Saturday morning. Finally, late Saturday morning, a load pops up. Picking up south of New Orleans. Paying fairly decently. I paid $1,200, so it was right just under $2 a mile. I'm like, okay, I can take that to get out of here. And it wasn't picking up till Sunday morning. I'm like, great, I got some time. So I was able to get down closer. I made it down to some place called Cutoff, Louisiana, last night. That's where I stayed, and then I picked up this morning. But really interesting down there. If you're not familiar with the area, you know, I grew up in Colorado. I live in Wyoming. I don't get to see this a lot. A lot of areas you're below sea level. There's lots of water, and the further south you go, south of New Orleans, there's less and less land. So interesting pickup. So let's go on the journey. Okay, here's where I'm picking up. You can tell, obviously, at a shipyard. There's a ship right there. And very, very southern Louisiana, practically in the ocean. It's yeah, pretty nuts down here. And now they say I need a vessel number. Here you go. So I've called the broker. We're trying to get the information so we can get this load picked up. I was sent to the address, which is apparently well, it looks like it would be Bollinger, but apparently it's Bollinger South Shipyard. And I get there and talk to that guy, and real thick Cajun accent. Can barely understand the guy. Oh, this would be the Bollinger South Yard. You mean to go to the Bollinger North Yard? I'm like, huh? What? Apparently he was saying the North Yard. When you go on back down that road, take you came down there, you go past the Tiger, then go past the Expo, then you go down there and get up on the road. And I couldn't even understand what he said. So I just saw the Tiger thing, I saw the Expert building, and I just turned on the road after that, and I finally found the place. So here we are, but now we need a vessel number. Yeah, if you look at the GPS here's where I'm at right now. This is about as south as you can get and still basically be on land in Louisiana. You see, most of what I drove through, especially through this part here, is not land. And that's the ocean right there. New Orleans is way up over that way. We're a good 60 miles or so south of that. This is the furthest south I've ever been in Louisiana. Yeah, so here's New Orleans. I came down that way. And then, yeah, here's where we are. Stayed at a little truck stop somewhere right around there last night. But yeah. That's the furthest south I've ever been. So this is new territory, new place for me. Pretty interesting down here. All right, they finally gave me a boat name. And so we moved over here, and I finally talked to a guy, TJ, who told me, yeah, they've got one forklift, and it's on the other side of the boat over here. So there's the boat. The Rim Saltier. And our stuff's apparently on the other side of the boat over there. And there's this giant crane right there, moving stuff off. Very interesting. So he said it may be a little while, so we're just sitting over here waiting. Well, there's been lots of back and forth and everything, but I think they finally got it figured out. And these are the containers they're loading. And now there's another stop as well, so gotta love it. But they finally seem to be getting organized now. Crazy, crazy. Yeah, and here's the view out the front of the truck. You can see all these cranes they use at all these shipyards. There's another ship over there to unload everything, another ship there. Alright, so here's the guy inside with the pallet jack. He's apparently from Norway. The other guy I was talking out there also from Norway. And so they're the ones loading the trailer. Nice enough guy. And you can see him putting some more stuff on with the big wheeled forklift there after they've taken it all off the boat. Alright, we're now fully loaded. And it all came off of that big ship right there. How about that? Okay, so after we left the shipyard, then we're heading back north there on Louisiana 1. And look at all the buildings. You see everything's up on stilts, poles, whatever you want to call them. And look at these houses. There, I've got some pictures coming up here. Yeah, so everything up on stilts, because you know that's this area. That's what happens, and you got to be prepared for the hurricanes and the floods and everything. So you want to be up off the ground a little bit. All right, so we're just about to get back onto the Louisiana Turnpike, toll road, whatever you want to call it, as it starts to go elevated again. And here we go. Yep, and look around. Pretty much all you see is water. Yeah, there's more water than there is land on this stretch here. Look at this, all water around us. Kind of crazy. You feel like you're over the ocean, but you're not. But you almost are. As we whip along this one, and then now eventually we're going to go up here to a section where you can take a bridge to turn off left to the old Louisiana 1 that still exists. The reason this exists now is because as we're about to go up here and over, okay, there's where you can turn off to the old Louisiana 1 and go further south. As we're going up and over here, just to the left down there, that's where the old Louisiana 1 got drowned out and covered with water, so that's why they built this one. But it's not fully done. As we get up here, look. All right, it's all barricaded. Further up ahead, it extends. They're still working on that, but look right about there. Right there. There was a van smashed into that guardrail on my way down this morning. And look beyond, you can see where they're still building the rest of the toll road. But right now we turn off to the right so we can match up with the old Louisiana 1 again to go back further north. Yep, here we go. Zooming across. We're going to go through the toll gates here. I think they only charge you on the way down. $21 it said for my big truck. That's not terrible. But I really didn't see any other option to get down there. Alright, so we're going to turn left, heading back north on Louisiana 1. We have a yellow light, so we can roll on through. Alright, now look at this. Here I am coming down this morning. And this is where you see the cop up there with his lights flashing and everything, and you can see the van. Yep, caught this on the dash cam this morning. Apparently coming way too fast, didn't see the barricades, didn't see the corner, and whack! Right there, into the guardrail. Hello! Alright. Okay, yeah, so, yeah, I'm delivering to the Houston area. It was only supposed to be one stop in Missouri City, and they added the second stop. I wasn't thrilled about that. Well, that's okay. It was still so much better paying than anything else out of the area at all. Even with all the deadhead. Like I say, that was still around $2 a mile, even with all the deadhead, which was like 190 miles to go over there and get it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not getting anything else that good around here. So went ahead and took it, and like I say, it was kind of fun, kind of an adventure. So now we just have an extra stop in the morning. Okay, that's fine. So I made it all the way here over to Beaumont, Texas, to the Petro, which is about as close as you want to get to Houston coming in from the east side. If you look at the reviews on Trucker Path about like the TA Baytown, anything closer into Houston, they all say the same thing. You will get broken into. Your trailer will get broken into. If you have anything on the outside of your truck at all, it will be stolen. So this is about as close as you want to get. The reviews still aren't the greatest here, but better than that. So I got about an hour and 40 minutes in the morning. I'm gonna allow 2 hours, because there's gonna be traffic, and then we'll get this stuff unloaded, and then we'll move on from there. I'm hoping to get back to Colorado, Wyoming area, so I can run through the house. Blue Tiger sent me a whole bunch of stuff. We'll talk about them more coming up and in future videos. And I'd kind of like to be able to run home again. What do you think? A little funny side thing, when I got parked in Cutoff, Louisiana, something called Cash Magic, a little truck stop / convenience store with a casino in it. I didn't do the casino. I went in and I went to the bathroom, bought a couple of things, and I told the lady at the counter, I said, this always throws me off when I'm down this area because I live in a much higher elevation. It just kills me when I'm looking at my GPS and it says like, minus 10 feet when I'm below sea level. And I said, it's crazy to be this far below, or this low. I said, I live in Cheyenne, Wyoming. We're at 6,600 feet. She just kind of looked at me like, yeah, right. Like, she doesn't believe it. I'm like, no, really? We're that high up. And again, she's like, yeah. I think she didn't believe it. I think she was born, raised, and lived in that area her whole life. And the concept of being over 6,000 feet higher in elevation, she just thought I was joking. I was just kidding. I'm trying to josh her. I'm like, yeah, no. Some people actually live up that high. Okay, so like I say, here it is, Sunday night the 9th. We deliver tomorrow at the 2 locations. And then I'll start looking for other loads, hopefully, like I said earlier, to get me back through the house. We shall just see. So that's what's been going on. Thanks for tuning in for that one. Yeah, that was just a really interesting trip. So I figured we had to put all this on the video. Why not? I mean, it's not often you get to see that kind of stuff every day, especially if you're not from this area at all, or that area. I'm now in Beaumont, Texas. All right, so thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like, comment, share, thumbs up, and all that jazz. Please do that. It really does help tell YouTube that, other people like you might want to see videos like this, all right? There's Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter X, Clutch Trucker 5 on TikTok. Just put some stuff up there the other night. One of them was that short video about the dog bones on TikTok, I believe. And as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Maple. Out. And your name? Erwin M. Fletcher. Erwin Mahatma Fletcher. And your address? 7. All right, Sweet Maple. You ready? Is it smartphone time? Oh, I think it is. Excitement. Look. All right, come back here. Show everyone how you can dance on your hind legs. Isn't that cute? Oh, there you go, Maple. Oh, she loves them. Look at that tail going. Look at that tail. That's a happy girl. Happy girl. All right, Maple. We'll check in with you in a minute. Oh, you still working on it? Still working on it. Almost done, though. Well, I think you got one more little piece down there. I see it. Can you find it? Keep searching. It's there. Maple. It's right down here. Find it? Oh, I think you got it. Okay, good. Happy girl look. Happy girl. Oh,